question on screams and screens. How can you make a scary movie even scarier? Did that help?
Darkness, being in the dark.
Where did you get your clues from?
I don't know.
I took my daughter when she was 2 to a pantomime. It started in blackout. Lots and lots of little kids, and it's Jack and the Beanstalk, and all the lights went out, and I could feel her little hands just gripping hold of my arm, and then over the tannoy, fee, fi, fo, fum, and they all burst into tears. They had no idea what was going on. There hadn't even been a bean yet, never mind a stalk, never mind the climbing up, never mind the giant. And then the lights came on and someone from EastEnders went, "Hello, boys and girls," and I had to take her home. It was inconsolable. And she still gets anxious whenever she sees an auditorium of any sort.
Or EastEnders.
I took my godson Joe when he was 3 to a pantomime, and there was a character in it who turned to the audience and went, "I'm going to eat all the children." And Joe shouted, "He's just kidding, but let's go home anyway." So scary movies, we're talking about a very celebrated showman called William Castle. He used to be known as the Abominable Showman, and he was a B-movie director in the days when there were B-movies. He's the guy on the right there, his friend.
Not the guy in the middle.
No, not the guy in the middle. And he was famous for films like House on the Haunted Hill and The Tingler and so on. And he had the most fantastic gimmicks. So in 1958, he produced a film called Macabre, and every single member of the audience was given a life insurance policy. So you signed it as you entered, and if you died of fright in your seat, your family got given $1,000. Very sadly, nobody...
That's very good.
Nobody did die from this.
Come on, Nana, let's get to the cinema.
He used to keep nurses on standby in case there was something terrible. He would have hearses lining the street outside special showings. He often arrived at a premiere in a coffin himself, and he would employ women to sit in the audience and scream at specific scary moments. So there's a marvellous moment in The Tingler when a character breaks the fourth wall and turns to the audience and says a sort of deadly parasite has escaped into the cinema, and then the people that he'd paid were trained to collapse into screaming hysterics. And hid buzzers in seats to give vibrations at sort of key moments in the film.
It feels like if you Googled The Tingler, something else would come up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These days, yes. Yeah, that's probably true. He had a film in 1961 called Homicidal, and it had a fright break in it. You were allowed to leave and get a full refund before the terrifying sort of denouement of the entire thing. You had to leave your seat and follow a yellow streak before the entire audience to a special booth called Coward's Corner, and a light shone on you with a recording intoning "Watch the chicken, watch him shiver in Coward's Corner." And there were films with 2 endings. There would be the scary ending or the mild ending, and you could hold up glow-in-the-dark cards to vote.
Wow.
And nobody ever voted for the mild ending. They always voted for the scary
I
one.
probably would have voted for the mild ending.
Yeah, I definitely would have. I can't be doing scary films.
I don't like scary films.
You probably wouldn't have gone, though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although, oddly, I went to see Scream in
Yes.
the cinema, and it got to me. And it got to me because it's so, you know, it's like a joke about a horror film, and you can tell they're playing games with something scary is going to happen, but it will happen at some point in the next 3 to 27 seconds. And that area of doubt is what's so unbearable. And so I hated it, but then I thought, but I think it's quite well done, so I'll go and see it again. It was just as bad the next time. And when I saw the film about sharks that become super intelligent,
Sharknado.
became so intelligent they can swim backwards, which, you know, it's not saying much, but anyway, that gives them...
That frightened you?
It means if someone shits in their face, they can back out of the situation. But that frightened me so much. I had to tell myself, these aren't sharks, these are submarines.
And did you say this out loud in the cinema?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of whispered it to the people I was there with. It
That
was
is a
important to me
unique
that they
coping
should know.
strategy.
Yes. It's not even a very good film. I thought I'm being made miserable by something second-rate.
It's not very good. Thank you for watching. Do remember to subscribe to the QI channel and click here to watch more videos.